guys, this week it's here. Halloween, that magical time of year when everybody starts to take vacation and make sure that they are in the woods. This week didn't disappoint. Well, unless you were with me. It's like I was jinxed by a black cat on Halloween or something. But we've got Jeff Martz in the blind on the 25th, and he's got one of the shooter bucks in front of him. And then we've got Brent hunting on Halloween. He did some self-filming and had a successful hunt. So check him out.
It's Friday. After work. Got out here about an hour ago. It's about 5:45 or so. This was a last minute type deal. Been raining the last 2 days really. It stopped. Cooling off. Didn't plan to come out here. Thought we better get out here and make it good. We'll see what happens.
So before you ask, yes, this hunt was very, very last minute for Jeff and Linnell, and they are actually using Linnell's cell phone to videotape it. So please bear with us, but still a cool hunt. So the small buck wandered off into the weeds, but the big buck walks right into the food plot. And Jeff's got him at about 28 yards.
Shoot it. Shoot it, Jeff. Shoot it. Shoot it. Shoot it. I missed. Yeah. I missed. I shot low.
So you can't blame Linnell for the miss, but in cameraman school, that's a big no-no. Don't put more pressure on the hunter than they actually already have. But when you slow it down, you can see what happened. Jeff shot right in front of the deer. He doesn't know what happened. He thinks it might be he left his rope cocking device at home and had to cock it with his fingers or his hands. So maybe it wasn't quite as accurate, but either way, that buck's still out there. As far as I know, Jeff and Clayton went out there to try to get him on Friday, and I haven't heard a report yet. Now we switch over to Brent on Halloween, and he's got a doe at about 30 yards. She's already seen him. Self-filming can be tough. So she's seen him, she's stomping, and as long as she just stomps, he's going to let her wander off unharmed. So these city deer get hunted actually pretty hard, believe it or not. So they're actually pretty savvy, like she is. She was on Brent as soon as she got down to the bottom of the hill. Then the other thing they do is what she just did, where once they see you, but they don't know what you are, they will literally get something between you and them, so you can't shoot at them. And then they'll try to sort out what you are, or who you are, or what you're doing in that tree. They're notorious for this. So she stands behind that tree, and unfortunately, she snorts.
just shot a doe Halloween morning. It's really cold out here in northwest Arkansas. It's about 28 with a wind chill of 17 to 18. Had ice on the truck this morning, a little bit of snow flurry on the truck. And just shot a doe. But we're going to sit tight and see if we can't get a buck to come in. Alright, so we're down out of the tree. I'm going to go over here, see if we can find the bolt, see what kind of blood we have on it. And then determine if we're going to start the blood trail now or if we're going to pull out for a little bit and wait and see. So let's go. So I called in reinforcements. I got Tyler here helping me out. And we just came up on the bolt. So one really awesome thing about these Bloodsport arrows and bolts is this white section here. And what this does is, at first glance, you look at the bolt and you say, oh wow, there's a lot of red up here on the veins. You feel like you got a really good hit. But when you come down here to the white section, notice there's a yellow-green tint to it. That means that the bolt went a little low and got into the gut area. So this is one of those situations where we're going to want to let that deer lay up a little bit longer than normal, so that we can get her to expire and not keep bumping her along and make a good recovery. Well, it wasn't the blood trail we were hoping for, but we have success. Just laid up right over there. So we're going to make our approach nice and slow, make sure she is fully expired, and we'll start getting her out of here. Alright, crazy thing is, of course, there's plenty of blood over here, but pretty much no blood trail once we got away from where the impact site was. But we'll go ahead and drag her out of here, and now the work begins. Let's take a quick look at this. This is our exit wound, which as you can see is a little farther back than what we would like. But when you're using a hybrid broadhead, so it's got about a 1 1/4 inch fixed blade, expands out to about 2.5 inches, makes a nice exit, but we'll flip it over and look at the entrance. And here's our entrance.
So most of the deer that Brent and I shoot, we actually drop off at the fish hatchery out at Centerton to be CWD tested. Brent did that with this one, and he was nice enough to record the process to show people how it's done and how easy it is to do. So check it out.
So as you may be aware, up in northwest Arkansas, actually in Arkansas in general, they found CWD, which is a pretty devastating disease to the deer population. But what they've done up here in northwest Arkansas, they've actually created drop stations so that you can bring your deer up here, bring the head up, and have it tested for free of charge. So this is the station that I've dropped mine up here at Fish Hatchery in northwest Arkansas. And let me show you, it's pretty easy. I already did it and then just realized, hey, maybe I should show some footage of this so that folks know what they're doing in northwest Arkansas to help combat CWD. But what they do is they got a cooler set up here. And in the cooler, on the top here, they've got some instructions on what to do. And then inside of it, they provide large plastic bags. And what they do is they have you put the deer head with about 4 to 6 inches of neck on it inside the plastic bag, tie it off, fill out a form that'll be sent with the head to the biologist. There's a top and bottom, so you can have your bottom half with the same information, and then it gives you all the contact info that you'll need to call. And then you just ultimately drop the head in there with the tag and everything. Then you can call back in about 2 weeks, and you will have the results of your deer.
So that's going to close out episode 6. You're going to want to check out episode 7. I finally shake the Black Cat Jinx and get some bucks moving. I've got a 10-pointer inside 20 yards.